fire day, driver. What's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. Hey. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. Slow down. I want in all drivers. Slow down. Take care of your passengers. Slow down. Be careful on the road. Hey. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more.
All right, it's 8:30 in the studio. Welcome back to the show, and welcome to our segment On the Road with our resident host, Sergeant Henry. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, GQ. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I am great, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so let's get into our program for today, Wednesday, the 12th of July, 2023. What do you have for us today?
This morning I'll be talking about position of identification mark for vehicles.
License plates.
Yes.
Okay.
Identification mark, yes. And as Hollywood sing the song just now, those who like to break traffic laws. That is so true. Because many of us out there like to break the laws that are put before us. And this morning I'm talking about position of identification mark on vehicles. That's the license plate or the registration plate for each vehicle. And in regulation of the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act, Section 6(1) states the plate forming the identification mark shall be fixed, one on the front and the other on the back of the motor vehicle in the vertical position, so that every letter or figure on the plate is vertically and easily distinguishable. This means it's supposed to be at the front, not on the side of the vehicle, because any officer who is standing on the road must see the number of the vehicle that is coming towards them, not for them to look on the side. Persons are putting it wherever they want. And when the owner of a vehicle comes to the traffic department to register such vehicle, in the form it states where that should be placed. And it is telling the person or the owner of the vehicle, such subject to provision of this regulation, the plate form, the identification mark, this is number 6 of subsection 3, shall be fixed on the motor vehicle in the position indicated in the particular given in the application. And when you get that application form, the last part of it will tell you should be front and rear center. It didn't say front and rear on the side or wherever you so desire to put it. So each plate should be center in the front and the rear. And you have the different sizes and letters that each person have to be guided by. And we know that each plate, or it is stated that each plate shall be rectangular and bear upon it an index mark of a letter, and shall also have a separate number assigned to that vehicle by the licensing officer. So when you come to register your vehicle, the licensing officer going to give you a number, unless you don't have one, to say, okay, I'm using this number that I had before. We give you a number. And right now we're in PB. We finished P, PA now reach PB. We have H, HA, we have R and RA. So we know R is for rental, H is for motor omnibuses. We have T for taxi. We have T and TA. And these plates also carry a different color. For private, it is black with white letters and numbers. For rental is red with white letters and numbers. Taxi is yellow with black. Motor omnibus is H with white. So each different vehicle or the service that it is doing have a different color for each plate. So I'm appealing to the general public and the owners of vehicles, please to get conform with the regulation. We're not giving a grace period now because this is something that is being going on. So once we see that vehicle, you're going to get a ticket for not conforming to regulation.
And what's the charge?
$100.
Okay. Let's open the lines now. Let's hear from our listeners or audience to see if they have any input on your topic for this morning, or they might have something else that they would like to address to you. 465-2555, that's 2555. While we wait for all calls to get in this morning, a thought crossed my mind as it relates to, different services and the license plates that represents the services. You have omnibuses,
Yes.
Taxi. Why something hasn't been put in place for people who are teaching individuals to drive versus just having
Regular
regular
plate?
plate? Yeah.
Well, that is how it is in the regulation. And then you have the sticker or whatever say learners, which is L.
Okay.
So as long as you're teaching someone, you have on that L fixed to the vehicle. If no one is in it, it's not supposed to be. It should not be on the vehicle.
Okay.
Unless there's not a learner in that vehicle, the L should not be on it.
All right. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Commissioner GQ.
Good morning, Culture.
Good morning, Inspector Mr. Henry.
Good morning, PWO.
All right, thank you. It's strange that the inspector have to go in there and teach the commissioner the rules and laws of the road. Well, anyway, the reason why they take motorcycle front number plate from on top of the fender, because they said if they get in an accident with an individual or pedestrian, that plate can cause a lot of sharp cut damage. So they make them put the number on both sides of the front fender. Now I have something here to talk about the roundabout that we have in St. Kitts. The first roundabout that we ever have in St. Kitts is the Circus Clock roundabout. And that has set a precedent for any roundabout to follow. In St. Kitts, we only have 2 lanes. And we drive on the left side of the road, whether it's from north to south or east to west. But the people who draw the blueprint for the roundabout up by Central Bank, they did not know what they're doing. They need to go down by the circus and look at how the traffic goes before they go up there by the roundabout up by the Central Bank. Go divide a single lane into 2. That is what causing problem when people get there by the roundabout. Frigate Bay has 3 roundabouts, and they all follow the precedent that is set by the Circus Clock roundabout. Everybody drive on the left. I yield to people who come in on your right, and then when they pass, you go through. So therefore, that is what causing a lot of problem up by the Central Bank, because no other roundabout causing no problem with people getting confused when they reach one of the roundabout. And so they need to follow the Circus Clock roundabout. Stay left and yield and give way to traffic from your right. Thank you very much so long. If I have anything else, I'll come back.
All right, PWO.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, but remember the roundabout at the circuit is very small. The one at Central Bank is way larger. So you have the adequate space for 2 that they can go together. Well, not together, but I mean, one go on the left, one go on the right.
But the issue at hand there is sometimes the person on the left and going right Which is confusing to the person which is
Yes,
already
I
on the
know.
right. Yeah, yeah. You made mention of video. How preparation is going for that?
We're going to do that God's Spear next week, Wednesday.
All right, great. If you just tuned in, the topic at hand this morning is license plates. Positioning of license plates, the proper position of license plates. But if you have anything on your mind that you would like to address to the officer, you can do so now. 465-2555. That's 2555. All right, Sergeant Henry, while we wait for our calls to get in, let's continue our conversation.
All letters and figures must be 3.5 inches high. Every part of every letter and figure must be 5/8 of an inch broad. And the total width of the space taken by each letter or figure, except in the case of the figure 1, must be 2.5 inches high. Unless your number plate or your registration plate is not carrying this, it is not conform to regulation.
Stick a pin, and I do hope people understand what you're saying. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning.
Yes.
Yes, I think it was a big error at the Central Bank area, because remember, we had a road lead from the airport going to Boardwalk, and the other road lead straight from Newtown to Figure Bay. All they had need was stop sign instead of wasting all that money. So I think it was a big error. Okay.
All right, man.
Okay, caller.
Let's take this next call. Good morning, you're live. All right, we lost that call. 465-2555, that's 2555. Back over to you, Sergeant.
The space adjoining figure must be 1/2 inch, and there must be a margin between the nearest part of any letter or figure and the top and bottom of the plate at least 1/2 inch, and between the nearest part of any letter or figure and the side of the plate at least 1 inch. So remember, the plate have to be rectangular, and these are the sizes that each letter and number must carry. Anything smaller than that is not conforming to regulation. And the plate must be visible for persons, not only the police, or the person who is using the road must be able to see that number and letter.
All right. Okay, let's see here. I got a message. Let's see if this message is for you, Sergeant. Oh, okay, great. All right, just some shallows coming your way. All right, well, it's a slow one this morning, Sergeant. So if we don't get any more calls, it's going to be an early one for you this morning. It goes like that sometimes, you know. But I thank everyone for tuning in and looking at our program for this morning. And please do keep in mind, though, the topic at hand is positioning of your license plates and being sure that it's in the right position and visible. Yes. Let's take this call. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, GQ.
Yes, man. Morning.
And good morning to Sergeant Henry.
Good morning.
Well, I believe that, right, the reason why that people doing what they're doing, especially about the one round about them, and the number plate, and different thing, and the tilt and all them things, I believe that the police, the traffic department, need to get more consistent with those people. Because as far as they're concerned, that they come like in this country, nobody wants to abide by the law at all. And that's why you got so much accident, you know. That's why you got so much accident all over. Nobody want to go to the law. Up to the other night, I was listening to some people discussing about the tilt. And they're saying that, that's a stupidness. That's a stupidness. And we're stupidness about tilt and this and that and that. What tilt? Tilt this, tilt not do nobody nothing. Tilt not shoot nobody. Tilt not this. But I tell them, I got in a conversation and I said that, well, you could be in a vehicle and do something wrong. Or take up somebody's vehicle and nobody know is you in that vehicle, in the vehicle. The person who put the vehicle in the vehicle. So the tilt is important. People got to know, see you from outside too. Not you one inside seeing the whatsoever. So what I concern you, as far as I see, petition, they ain't want to avoid by no law the government or the traffic department put up. All right, then, I'll listen to what's up here.
Thank you, Carly. You're so right. We just like to break the law. They say, oh, as you said, tint ain't shooting nobody, but you must see who is in that vehicle.
Let's see his next call. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sergeant Henry.
Morning.
Good morning.
I was listening, I don't know if I missed something, but when you was explaining the number plates and colors,
Yes, sir.
I can't recall you taking a blue number plate. Did you?
Yes,
No,
we're
I
listening.
didn't.
Huh?
No, I did not.
Oh, because I've seen a vehicle with a blue number plate on the rear. I think it's 4918 is the number P. And I keep wondering because this I see it a couple of times. Just care.
P4980?
18. I think.
18. No, P. All private vehicle must be black plate and with white letters and numbers, not blue.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Yes, sir. Thanks for that information.
All right, that's something you got to look into
Yes.
there. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning, JQ and Sister Sophia.
Good morning.
What happened? The traffic thing from Mr. John, them dead and so, everything dead. You all had up at them say, do not tint your car more than 2% also.
35%.
5%. Well, no, you can't even see who in the vehicle and that's them need to pull off the road. Because somebody could just rob somebody and go and you say, see that? But you tell your point. 10 more vehicle, for 2 more vehicle passing to the back. They know which one you mean. Because it's so dark. I don't know what happened. The way you're on a traffic law no more. I know you're trying your best, Miss Sophie. And come in and come do the work, but well, you hear what the person just said, blue number plate. When the wall is yellow, will be orange. Well, when the wall, you hear them kind of thing deal. These need to be stopped. I know you're trying your best, but you need other people like you to put the force or to make the water go up the hill. When I see a vehicle passing me, dark, you can't even see the driver, and that's not right. That way we don't go out of mayhem here, no? Okay. They need to clean up, man.
Thank you, Carlo.
Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning. GQ?
Good morning, sir.
And to the Sergeant.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think one of the things we need to do here is education. A lot of the young people, they're not following up. They don't even listen to these programs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one of the causes where we're having all these problems, these accidents, I think we need to do something about it. Some kind of educational stuff needs to be done.
So you feel the issue at hand is the younger drivers?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Especially young men. I mean, there's some adults who do it too, yes.
Okay.
But I think the young people, they're not educated. They don't, I was talking to a guy one time and telling me, well, I don't listen to that I said,
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that are going on. We need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, all right, man. And it's not even just that I said. A lot of them don't listen to radio. Period. So I won't just single out that I said. Good morning, you're live.
Hey, JQ.
Yes, Sonny boy.
Good morning, Sonny boy. This is Tommy calling you from New York. I just called to say hello and to say hello to you, Sergeant Henry.
Yes, sir.
And JQ, I want to know one question. When going to be Mick funeral?
Well, as soon as I find out, I'll let you know, Sonny boy.
Okay. Well, I just called admiring the show and I don't have no question.
Thank
and
you.
I see you guys from New York.
Thank you for listening, my friend.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too, man. Take care. All right, let's back to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
Yes, I thought I wanted to get on, boy. Anyway, Sergeant Henry.
Morning.
You mentioned something about the number plates not being in the front of some of the vehicles.
Yes, sir.
But I don't know if you realize over the years, some of the vehicles on the diagonal, they have an indentation to accommodate the license plate because they can't put them nowhere because how the grill work is designed. But you could still see from the front good. But also not only that is not in the center. So I mean you could rethink that. In regards to the roundabout and forget the road, forget the boardwalk road. What happened to a lot of people in St. Kitts? Just like you are saying, people don't like to obey.
Yes, sir.
But the roundabout was constructed for the future. I've seen them like that, where you people have to learn to respect the laws. That is all the problem, you know. Respect the laws. Take your time, you're going around the roundabout, and you find yourself in the right lane. And if you don't know, learn. Because learning is an ongoing process until you die. So, a couple of people say a couple of things there, and I totally agree with them in regards to disobedience. That is the killing the world, you know. But lastly, I want to say that since you understand this thing about number plates and numbers, the dimensions for the figures. Not only that, I thought they said the last time that the letters and the numbers supposed to be vertical, not at a slant. And so many of them have slants. And also, I reminded you some time ago that there are a lot of vehicles driving. You can't see the number on the rear number plate because I guess, I don't know if you see exhaust discolor them, but they turn black. So that's another thing because somebody do something and they run away. You might be able to pick up the number. But I'm only saying that for public interest. So you need to look at that too. Anyway, have a good day. You all need more police officers, not only in the traffic, but in the police force because more vehicles come in the country monthly. More crime is committed, so you need more police. That is not your problem, really. But the information could be transmitted upward. Information is supposed to flow, not only down, but up also, so that it's better for everybody. And in some cases, and the sideways too. That in terms of they refer to as people in consultancy. So, you all need more police officers, man. I don't know where you're going to find them. But I don't want to see too much foreigners come here. I will go there.
Thank you, Carlo.
So I don't mean to laugh. Ask about police, but still, you have a caveat. Anyways, good morning. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning.
Morning. Can you speak up, please? We could barely hear you.
Yeah. I want to turn off the radio.
Oh, okay.
I am not a driver, but I think that vehicle that coming around a bend should not speed. I see it happen already. That's all I have to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Carlo. Yes. You should not overtake or speed at a corner because you don't know what is coming on the other side. And as the person spoke of the education, that's why I'm here educating the public. Yes, some person don't listen radio, but then sometimes some of these questions, before you do your road test, it is in the written or in the theory of the exam.
Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Yeah.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk about what the officers you're talking about on radio.
You can go ahead.
And my issue is that it's not about the drivers or the persons. What the biggest problem in this country is law enforcement. Laws has been enacted, but has not been enforced. Police from time to time just go on the radio and talk, or in ad hoc time, they get high and mighty about an issue, and then that stops. People are aware of that. And so there's no deterrent. The law need to be enforced. It can't be sometime. It must be continuous and all of the time. It can't just be for a moment or a period of time. The laws is the law, and the laws must be enforced. And that's the biggest issue that we have here, enforcement. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you, caller.
You want to respond now, or you want to take another call?
Take another one.
Good morning, your life.
Yes, pleasant morning.
Yes, morning.
I've called in several times about the junction crossing by the movies when you're coming out to turn east.
The movies, the old one or the new one?
Cross by
Buckley's.
Okay.
When you're coming from there, I think between traffic and the public works, they need to curve the corner that come into. When you're coming to there and you want to turn east to come to town, there is it's a square corner. So the majority, 90% of the vehicles, they come all the way out in the road to turn. I just been asking if they could just give it a little curve.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. That's a good suggestion. But I remember the last time you called, someone called maybe 2 calls after you and indicated that the land is private property.
No, the land is private property. It's like a sidewalk there. You just got to cut the sidewalk. It ain't a land. Just matter cutting the sidewalk for it to curve. You got 4 feet or 5 feet up and come across 4 feet or 5 feet. Looking at it. You just curve it and scrape it off. So when vehicles come over there, if they try to turn one time, they bump up like on the sidewalk. That is not a land story. You just cut it and scrape it off so people come around smoothly. Or people that come all the way halfway in the road just to turn. And a lot of accidents have been happening there too. Okay, thanks.
All right, man. I'll let you respond to those 2 calls, and then we'll take some more.
Well, some of the accidents that are happening there is not that when they're curving, is when they're going straight into Lime Keel. They're not looking before they cross over. We're not getting much when they turn in. Is if they're coming from Lime Keel into the main road or from into the move into Lime Keel. Yes. And the one that the laws must be held. Enforced, yes. The police are always out there. You might say you're not seeing the police. We are out there, yes, we are limited, but we try our best to enforce them. Because up to last week Friday, we were out there.
Yeah, I heard. I get a call.
Yes, I know. Every time the police is out there, yes, persons get calls that we are out there.
Yeah.
Yes, and we try our best to be out there to enforce the laws. But when we try to enforce them, persons are still bashing the police. And the laws must be upheld.
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning again, GQ.
Yes, Mr. Paul.
I just want to tell my good friend down there in Stonefort that if we want more local young men in the force, the government got to legalize marijuana altogether, that anybody could smoke. You understand? Because as far as I'm concerned, these young men only concerned about smoking. Some of them, not all. They're concerned about whatever, just smoking. And government got to, they work with the calabash and everything, or cut up the way where they cut up, and do what they got to do. Because that is what I see right now, especially in the heart of us here. This load of smoking. People don't respect nowhere who got to smoke now. Everybody just doing as they like, especially these young men. I have nothing against them, you know. I have not. What yesterday, one of them come meet me and tell me about this and tell me about that. I said, man, let me tell you something now. I have got to be more positive and more conscious. If that I am going the police force, we wouldn't get all these problems that you are going on one another. Because you will know who is the one, you will know who is the, he know who is the. That is our problem, you know. Our problem because it's our young men. Our young men are the most problem in this country right now. To the other crime and everything. All right then.
All right, man. Any response? Or you want to move on?
Move on.
All right, before we move on to the next call, I got a message for you, and this person is indicating that you need to take a look at the... What do they have here? The family pack. The family pack needs to be addressed. persons who lives behind the park and use the dirt road have trouble getting into it when the park is open.
That's the family park up New Road.
No, they didn't indicate.
I think that's the only one they have.
Okay. Well, they're listeners, so I hope they would address and let us know. But they're saying that the family park needs to be addressed. Persons who live in the park and use the dirt road have trouble getting into it when the park is open. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, your life.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Libert. How are you today?
I am good, thank you.
Great. Good morning, Miss Sophia Henry. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Miss Henry, a few days ago, I called and I reported about a parking in the Birdwalk area next to the gym. The following day, yesterday that is, it happened again. I do believe what you said you would do was done. I believe that, even though I did not come back in the area later the same night. But it's unfortunate that it happened in yesterday. However, I do not know if these things are being done. I do know you all give chances almost more than any ticket all you give people in the past. But I don't believe chances are going to be a problem that will solve whatever situation that me and other people have had and called and reported and had problems with. Am I going to give a ticket for parking there when I've been told not to park there the first time? Am I going to expect the police to pardon me and warn me again? What I believe, I'm not telling you all how to do all the work. When I park there, even though I am not the person who was giving warning, give me a ticket. Then I will tell other people, when I see them park there, don't park there because I got a ticket the other day or I got a ticket last week. Those are the messages have to be sent. I am just saying I am very uncomfortable, unhappy, and at least is not satisfied about what was done a night after I reported what I reported more than 3-4 times to the traffic department of what took place the other night. I don't know what it is. You all can do what has to be done. If all you know, best do it. Because it's happening again and it's only me are calling to report these matters. Others, it doesn't bother them because they can get out. But they're not at least providing safety for other people. I am. When I see something, I talk about it. Sergeant Henry, I just want to thank you for listening, and at least the last time I spoke to you about what I speak up, now talking about again, for listening. But I don't know how much more can I call and speak about the problem that I had before that I continue having. I don't know. Sergeant, I know you all does a good work. I know you all does a good job. But, sorry, doing that what all it does is not happening that I do know should be done, and at least make sure that this doesn't happen again. I don't know. But, Sergeant Henry, I thank you very much. Mr. Henry, Mrs. Henry, good morning. Good morning to you. Have a great day. And Mr. Libert, you too have a good day as well. Just goodbye. Thanks for listening.
All right, well.
Thank you, Carl. Yes, I called the owner of the vehicle and I spoke to him the same day you called.
Well, we're going to call it that for this morning. I want to thank all callers and those of you who are viewing and listening for taking part and, spending your time in your morning with us today. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, for another discussion. Remember, the topic at hand this morning is positioning of license plates. I'll give you the last word, Sergeant.
Yes. Before I leave, Regulation 7 also state identification mark to be legible. The identification mark upon any motor vehicle shall at all times be legible. That means you must be able to see it. And we talk about these stylish number plates. Those are not in the law. And it shall not be obstructed by any other figure, design, or ornament. We like to put these ornaments around the plate that is not acceptable. So anything other than a black and white number plate or red and white, it is not conforming to regulation, and those are offenses against traffic.
Thank you so much for your time, Sergeant, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, same to you.
Stay tuned. We now have our 9 o'clock report coming to you. Compliments to Grange.